It's that time of the year when we start thinking about what we've achieved or not. For some, you have measurable goals. For others, you can't really tell whether the last 365 days moved you towards something or you simply stood still. Do you have any written goals or plan to achieve them? Goal setting is a critical skill you must acquire, develop, nurture, and master. Let's start with why. First, why set these goals? If you don't have a clear target, you'll never hit your mark. When you know the goals you want to achieve, you can focus your efforts on getting there. Having goals allows us to identify action steps and celebrate achievements. Conversely, if you're not making progress towards a goal, perhaps because you're distracted, you'll more easily recognize the situation and course correct. Second, why is that specific goal important to you? Goal setting works when we understand what a goal will allow you to do, feel, or experience. For example, saving $1 million is an audacious accomplishment. But if your goal is to be philanthropic, you're actually failing by having that money sitting in a bank. Goals must motivate you, excite you, and be something that you feel a need to accomplish in a timely manner. One way to check this is to ask yourself, if I were to share my goal with others, what would I tell them to convince them it was a worthwhile goal? Goals can be broken down into 3 tranches: lifetime, long-term, and short-term. Short-term goals can typically be achieved in less than a year and allow you to progress towards a long-term goal. Long-term goals are more involved, take longer to accomplish, as in a year or years. Starting your own business or earning an advanced degree are examples. Lifetime goals take even more time and involve intermediary goals. Imagine retiring when you're 60, are in good health, have adequate savings such that you and your significant other can travel the world without worry. Typically, when creating goals, start with lifetime goals and then break them down into short-term goals. If you start with where you want to end up in life, the things you need in order to get there become easy to identify. There are a multitude of goal-setting tips, but for me, the most effective method is setting SMART goals. SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Specific. The more detailed your goal, the better. If your goal is to go on a vacation, that's great. But if your goal is to save $2,000 or $100 each week from your paycheck over the next 20 weeks because you've already identified a travel package to an all-inclusive in Cabo, it is much easier to visualize and ultimately achieve. Measurable. You can't manage what you don't measure. When goal setting, it is critical that you track actual progress at various times. In the Cabo example, after 5 weeks, you should have saved $500 for your vacation. If not, you'll need to course correct. If you do have the $500 saved, congratulations. You're 25% on the way to your goal. Doesn't it feel great? Attainable. A goal is something that occurs if everything comes together perfectly, if all the stars line up. Goals should not be impossible, but they should be challenging. Some of you are saying that a goal should be something that you know you can achieve, and that what I'm describing are stretch goals. I believe a goal that you know you can attain should be called a given, not a goal. Often the problem is that if someone sets a goal, not a given, and they don't reach it, they focus on how they fell short versus understanding how much they've actually achieved. Is the glass half empty or half full? Realistic. Becoming a concert pianist over the next year is not a goal if you've never played piano. Goals must be real and based on your current situation. For example, your goal could be to find an instructor, take piano lessons over the next year, and then do a recital in front of your family. Assuming you have the money to pay for the lessons, that's a realistic goal. Time-bound. Creating a timeline helps establish a sense of urgency. You'll work towards what you want more quickly when you know time is limited. Much like being measurable, a timeline allows you to measure your progress along the way. Short-term goals should be achievable in 1 year or less. Long-term goals need to take into account interim or smaller goals. Set yourself up for success by concentrating on what can be achieved in a specific period of time. Now that you understand the benefit of SMART goals, let's take some action to make them happen. The best way to make any goal real or tangible is to write it down. You can argue with memory, you can't argue with a written document. When you write your goals, use purposeful or proactive words such as I will instead of I would like to. The former is an action, the latter a wish. It's important that you create the steps necessary to accomplish each goal. This will help you as you measure progress. Consider posting your goals in a visible place. Share your goals with others, but be careful to only do so with people who have a vested interest in you. Recent studies reveal that oversharing can actually have a detrimental impact to goal achievement. Review your goals regularly. Focus on what progress you've achieved. If you're not making progress, start with why. Why is this goal important to you? If you don't have a compelling answer, your goal is unlikely to be achieved. If you know why, review if you made it a SMART goal. You likely missed a step or failed to create an appropriate plan to achieve the specific goal. Don't worry. Walt Disney once said, "Everyone falls down. Getting back up is how you learn how to walk." If you're up to it, let's jumpstart your goal setting right now. Step 1, set a timer for 5 minutes. Now, when I say go, pause this lesson, start your timer, and brainstorm a list of anything you'd like to achieve or experience in the next 20 years. Write as many things down as fast as you can. Ready? Go. Step 2, set a timer for 3 minutes. When I say go, pause this lesson, start your timer, and write 1, 3, 5, 10, or 20 next to each goal on your list to indicate how many years you think it will take to achieve. Use your gut, but be realistic when assigning time estimates. Ready? Go. Step 3, set a timer for 12 minutes. When I say go, pause this lesson, start your timer. Take the list you just created and choose your top 4 one-year goals. These should be goals that motivate or excite you. Write a few sentences for each goal as to why achieving that goal is important, what it will allow you to do, feel, or experience. Ready? Go. Step 4. You now have the necessary building blocks to create a SMART plan for each goal. Your creative juices are flowing. Why wait? Get started now. In short order, you'll have your SMART goals for 2020 and perhaps beyond. If you are enjoying these videos, please do me a favor. Like, comment, or share this post with others.